In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourselves into. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the Holder of Winter. Should the receptionist begin to cry, you're at the right place. You will appear in a cold street in the middle of fall after a storm. Begin walking down the street. The houses are all dark and the twilight is forever. It's good to hear the cicadas and birds chirping, for if they stop, you must run. Any direction will do, just as long as it's down the street. If the cries again continue to stop, don't go off the road. The thing in the woods doesn't exactly take kindly to company. If you see a single black crow on the electric wires in the distance, you must seize movement. Everything will become silent and they will know you have seen it. Do not worry about running. The crow will begin flying at you at a horrendously slow pace toward you. Once you spot its green eyes, you cannot avert your gaze from it. For if you do, time will accelerate to midwinter and you will be unable to move. You will slowly freeze to death in the snow. But if you keep your gaze fixed on its green eyes, once the crow lands, it will begin acting as if you weren't there and pecking at the ground. You must ask it one question and one question only with your gaze still at its eyes. If it turns, you stare at its head. What will we gain by bringing winter? The crow will continue pecking at the ground, but you will stare at it. It will suddenly begin staring directly at you as if into your own very soul. The time will feel immeasurable and late fall's cold will get to you, but you will not avert your gaze. The crow will call once and begin to fly away, but you will not lose sight of it. You will give chase. You will come up to a forest and the crow will fly through. You will stare at where it last disappeared and pass through the trees. You will eventually come to a clearing and you will find the crow long dead and rotting. The only thing left is one of its lucid green eyes. You will be filled with painful visions of yourself gouging out your own eye to replace it with the crow's. It will end. You realize you're back on a busy street in your neighborhood, with the crow's bright green eye in your hand. That eye is object 73 of 538. It can see into people's hearts and show their true self. And these objects must never come together. Never.